Welcome everyone. We are starting with part 1 of psychological series. In this section, we'll talk about the importance of the psychology, about beliefs, perceptions, the real barriers of trader, and the other things probably you never heard about. So what does the being profitable in trading means? So being profitable, for that purpose, you in a first order, you have to own your methodology. It sometimes can be refined as edge or system. Sometimes the retail traders call it the strategy. Yes, you have to own your strategy, which you can trust it and execute it every day with confidence. After that, the other factors like biology, your mindset, your psychology, and the emotional edge are playing the most important role for the being profitable. So, trading account actually reflects the triggered decisions, but you don't make decisions. All decisions are emotional dependent. You will make different decisions in different emotional states. So you can't decide what you're going to do. Your emotions will decide. So now let's understand how the emotions created and where does these emotions come from. Emotional state, starting with the beliefs, assumptions, perceptions, and historical memory beliefs about these things. This creates your emotional state. And according to emotional state, you make decisions. And you see the outcome at the end. In trading, you can control the outcome. It's impossible. It's an illusion to control the outcome. The outcome or the trades, the future trades, they are not exist as the objects in 3D space. They are exist as the uncertainty of probability or the probability of uncertainty. So what you can control is your brain. You bring into the moment of performance. As Rande Howell said, who is my mentor, I learned a lot of things from him. I recommend to reading his book or watching his videos. So the ability to manage your beliefs and perceptions in the evolutional level is a holy grail of trading. As I said, it's the first ever step you have to be looking for. Managing your beliefs, assumptions about yourself, market, success, and everything else. As an introduction lesson, it is because I will give the so basic and brief informations about the introduction to the psychology, the real struggle of trading. For social mammals, market is designed for failing. Let's look at it. So, in social primates, it's all about surviving, getting approval, stats, power, safety, control and outcome, avoid uncertainty, not separating thoughts, and the identity. This is all about all human beings. The identity is created around this surviving. And what the market is about is uncertainty, a long-term process, not control over outcome, exists as probability. This is the very opposite differences between the social primates and the market. Here's a some list of barriers. The first one is for negative assessment machine. It's the brain, actually your brain and all other human beings' brain. There's a hidden resident. It's always criticize you, judges you, and looking for the negative things all the time. Sometimes it can be called as inner critic. Sometimes you will feel the self-doubt about the outcome, about your process, and etc. The other part of the barrier or other part of the internal dialogue is lower childlike orphan brain, which one could get approval and prove itself to the caregivers or inner critic. You have the two sides of the brain. The first one is your inner critic, and the second one is the adaptive voice. Adaptive voice could be in the different forms. Sometimes it's perfectionist, sometimes it's a fraud in the front of the inner critic, and people are so blind to this two reasons they are out of their awareness. We will explore in the future lessons, but now I want you to know the basic informations about the real barriers probably you heard the first time in your life. As I said, the market is about the probability of uncertainty, and the survival is about the certainty and the control over outcome. These two things are opposite to each other. That's why the 95% of traders are failing, because they bring the default brain to the market from the life, or we can call it as an oxygen pool. A mind that focuses on the not losing can never win, because sometimes you will feel that you actually enter the trade and the trade goes on to the take profit, but somehow you lost again. The potential profits are gone, and as a result you are just in a losing streak. A trader's decisions, body or hands which triggers the button are controlled by the emotional state. We will explore how to create the new memory and the beliefs about the market which you have to bring into your awareness while trading and trading from that window. Let's say that it's your brain, and in this red circle it's your old primitive brain, or we can call it your default brain, which you bring from the life. And this one right here is the brain that you need to using while trading, through archetypes, through beliefs, the awareness and other things. You have to execute from this window right here. But in the future you will feel that the old primitive brain is the easiest one to falling again. Why? Because you have the iceberg memory about the things like this loss and profit. When you lose, when your trade hit the stop loss or take profit, it directly goes on to the amygdala, which stands for the emotional responses. It's the more short wave, and it can be triggered without your awareness in the very short time. But your thinking brain or logical brain requires more glucose for working. That's why as a result of profit or loss, you will feel that old familiar emotional state over and over again. We'll discuss how you can overcome to these problems. I know that the fake mentors and the people on media are trying to force you to believe in it. It's psychology as it's the simple thing. They are saying you that don't overtrade, don't revenge trade, follow your plan, and stuff like that. They are old, stupid advices. As these advices were true, there shouldn't be actually 95% of traders failing. If the market moves in one direction from the logical perspective, there should be 50% of the losers and 50% of the winners, but it's not like that. There's a bigger problem and no one talks about, and I do, and only the few people on YouTube actually teaching the real psychology and the real methods that can make you as a profitable trader. Fear and self-doubt is the way brain experiences uncertainty of market, and you are not trading, your beliefs do, but you don't have the beliefs and the perceptions. They are having you, they are controlling you, they are controlling every decisions you make. So finally, it's the end of the video. In next parts, I will explore a lot of things. If you like this kind of psychological videos, please share your feedback on the comment section. See you later.